So this video is about the new features in KPI Dashboard, the release of September 2011. And in this video we're going to quickly go through the major changes. The first major change is that it's now possible to also have KPI Dashboard in your local language. We currently have the German, French and Dutch in beta, and in order to use that you need to first enable multi-language, go to settings, features, and there you can enable multi-language. After you've done that, any end user can select their own language, and you can also of course set up KPI Dashboard then in a completely different language. We will be adding Spanish, Portuguese and some other languages in the future, so if you want to help us with that, please drop us a mail. If you have feedback on our translations, also we love to hear from you. Okay, the other big theme for this release has been simplifying the UI, and the UI that we focused upon is indicator management, adding scores and the scorecards, and we actually combined those three in one interface. So what you see here now, it used to be 3 pages, it is now 1 page. As you will notice, scores has disappeared from the main menu. We also simplified the submenu quite a bit, just not showing everything all at once. It was a bit too much, and we thought it was nicer to actually do it this way. New trend lines, new spark lines, better readable indicator names, especially for long names. You can also now see the frequency listed underneath the indicator in small gray letters. And when you click in, it will, you'll zoom in and you'll still see the pop-up the chart. And there's an edit button where you can edit the indicators. A couple of other things that you can do. It's a little bit easier to add indicators and browse solutions in the store. Our store that has many templates for quick setup. You can still import from KPI library. We've improved that quite a bit. You can now search in the import from KPI library, and you can even get some recommendations based upon your profile. So be sure to check that out. A couple of other things: we've set up a couple of predefined views, such as key indicators only, the top indicators by performance, the top indicators by tag, by contributor, and we will allow end users to now do an advanced search, and those advanced searches can now be saved using the Save Search button. After you've done that, your saved searches will appear here. So for instance, I've created a saved search to list the formula only indicators, and I can do that and run that. Now if I wanted to add scores, I click on Add Scores, and then my screen changes into a data entry mode, and I can open up the indicator and start adding scores manually if you're not using the API or any of our interfaces, but you're doing it manually. You can do that right here. So those are the big changes. A couple of other changes, smaller changes, but obviously the new trend lines, they also appear in the portlets. We've also implemented some RFCs. My apologies for the pictures disappearing. This is the test environment, so pictures will not be shown here. But I was saying we've implemented some RFCs. It's now possible to add targets to portlets to also show difference and change in absolute rather than relative form. So you can do that. We also made it easier to share and invite new users to a dashboard just by simply clicking on it, share and invite. You can directly invite new users over here. So you no longer have to first go to the team section in order to do that. You can do it directly from the dashboard that you want to share. So those are all the major changes, and we are working on more new functionality. Obviously, we are building more and more integrations with third-party tools. We recently built an integration with Google Analytics, Twitter, Zendesk, and more to follow. We are working on our AnyUI project, making sure that you can also, there will be a desktop application available, so you no longer have to browse the web and log in over the web, but you can simply launch an application from your desktop and it will pull all the performance data back to your application, similar like an iPhone and an iPad. So that's our AnyUI project we'll be working on, so you can expect more from that. And we will be heavily focused on cleaning up the UI quite a bit, making it easier for you to set up your dashboard, reducing the complexity and making it a little bit nicer graphically and the representation of the information. So that's it. We'll hope you enjoy it. If you have any good ideas for our next release, again, go to support.mirror42.com or click help, which will take you there, and let us know what your ideas are, and we'd be happy to take a look at them. Thank you very much.